Hey y'all, I'm Lakhia.
And I'm James.
And you are listening to the Message 24 podcast, where each week we're talking about relationships, the growing pains of being a 20-something, and pretty much everything else in between.
Yeah, so join us every Wednesday for our new episodes.
Bye. See you guys then.
Bye-bye. Have a beautiful time. We are live.
All right. I feel like it's been a minute since we've been on the mic.
It's been so long.
But not really, because we just shot a whole episode last night.
Yeah.
As well. But as you see, we've been on a 2-week break. Yeah. I wouldn't even really call it a break though, because we've been working the entire time.
We've been so busy that you literally had a second to change, and while you were changing, I just left on the fit that I had for this episode. It was just like, you know what, forget it. We're just gonna get something to our people.
Just gotta knock something out. So I have relinquished control this episode. This is the episode about nothing because I don't know what we're going to talk about. We don't have an outline this week. Mm-hmm. I'm very type A. If you're a type A person, you can understand the anxiety I might be feeling right now. So we don't have an outline. We don't have none of that. We don't have a topic. So I guess we can kind of catch people up on what we've been doing and, things we're looking forward to and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I guess I can start.
Okay.
Main thing that's been going on with me is I've been really enjoying this personal finance journey. So with my brand, Coach James, I help people budget ultimately. And so these last few weeks, I've been actually joining with other people who are doing their own thing, and it's not like they had everything figured out to start, but it's like when I talked to them back at the conference that I went to, they were like, you know what, I'm going to start my podcast, I'm going to do this and that. So I've been featured on the Off the Struggle Bus podcast. That's been super dope. We also have been on another podcast, and I've been doing collaborations with other people in the personal finance realm. That's been really good. And not only that, but I'm also starting to embrace my first stream of income. And when I say my first stream of income, I'm a civil engineer. So most
people forget that.
People probably don't even know that. But yes, I'm a civil engineer. I'm a problem solver. And so
you're a generator.
Yes, I am a generator, which
we know our human designs.
Astrology. Yeah. But yeah, I've what was I saying? Going back to
you're a problem solver, you're a civil engineer.
I'm a problem solver engineer. So I've been enjoying that and embracing that as well. I feel like I'm in a position, I am blessed to have an opportunity to work with a good company who is, treating me well, giving me everything that I need to excel in civil engineering. So I'm embracing that as well. I think I was a bit against it at first. And I think it was just because I wanted to kind of do my own thing, and I still am going to do my own thing. But just like you've been playing around and saying, who butters your bread, I understand that I'm a valuable resource. So
you're an asset.
Yeah, I'm a crazy asset. So putting that and problem solving with that, adding this podcast and the influence that we're building along with personal finance is crazy. So I'm in a good headspace right now with all those things going on. I'm just in the mode of building patience. Do
you hear this rooster? I do not mean to cut you off. No. I can hear it through my headphones right now.
And that's a problem. And see, this is why. So we got this loud ass rooster near our place. All in all, that shit needs to get cooked in some grease. I'm going to
go put him in some grease because it never ends. It's just, why can't I hear him right now?
Through the headphones, through everything.
Literally gonna go pay them people and say, how much to put this chicken in the pot.
And let me tell you something. It shouldn't be that much because chicken right now, a whole chicken
is like $8.
$8.
I'm gonna make him a roast. I'm gonna turn him into a roasted Peruvian chicken.
We have the grease.
Yes, he going down up in that grease.
I just don't know. Yeah, you should be able to. I think we could bargain with him.
I would pay them $100 for that chicken. Just please.
But the crazy thing is, I don't think it's one. I think it's two.
I say 2 for $100. Give me both of them.
I think they're going back and forth, and they have like this.
Bro, they need to relax. I did not mean to cut you off, but I'm just sitting here like, I cannot be the only person that's hearing this, right? I can hear him through my headphones. Like, be for real.
That shit is annoying.
It's very annoying.
But we gonna be up. And I thought roosters only I thought they only woke you up early in the morning and then they would be quiet. I'm about to call him a motherfucker.
No, he is, because he will wake you up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Then you being here 12 in the afternoon. Just, it does not end.
Can't
Shut
get a
up.
break. Yeah, just chill out.
What are you talking about?
Eat. Take a second to eat, sleep.
He don't breathe.
Yeah.
He holler all day, all night. Dog. Oh my goodness. I apologize. I did not mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, like I'm just embracing all the many things that I'm juggling and just understanding that I'm becoming like an asset for a ton of different things. So just trying to narrow in, embrace it and appreciate it, and just know that it's going to take some time, but I'm okay with all of the different pieces that are playing right now. So that's what's been going on with me. As far as family, you want to throw in some stuff, or you want me to keep?
No, you are good. I'm listening to you.
I was just gonna say another thing I think that's been bothering me a little bit is recently a lot of people that I've been knowing have been passing away, and I don't want to bring this to a negative or a sad podcast, but it just puts things in perspective.
Yeah.
It's been putting things in perspective for me, and just understanding that you're only here for the time that you're here for, and nothing is promised. And so I'm just trying to appreciate the times that I have with people, the relationships that I'm building, and not get so caught up with where I want to be, what I want to have, all that, because all that really don't matter
At the end
of the day.
It
don't matter. So I'm gonna a lot of things have been happening, good and bad and reflective. So I'm in a good headspace overall, busy as always. But I think it's a good busy, and things are going good.
Well, we love to see it. We love to hear it. I think for me, I'm good, but I'm also all over the place, I feel like.
Yeah.
So I have finals coming up, and that's a whole other thing in itself. And it's like, I'm stressed about finals, and I'm kind of stressed about the surgery that I have coming up. And I just want to really make sure that I'm prepared for that, and I can go into that, and if something happens to my patient, I know how to troubleshoot. So I'm a little nervous but anxious about that at the same time. I didn't really realize this until I was having a therapy session the other day. Well, I think actually maybe I did realize this, but I have done a lot better this semester than I did the whole entire first year of vet school. I've been doing really, really good. Mm-hmm. And I haven't been comparing myself to people, which was a huge part of my issue first year. I'm just constantly comparing myself to what other people are doing and what it looks like for me. And I feel like this year I'm a lot more confident in myself and my abilities to do certain things. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I was also upset for a little bit because I felt like school is such a huge part of my life, and that's just what it is right now, because I'm in such a strenuous academic program. Like it is going to be a huge part of my life. And I feel like it was keeping me from doing something that I really love, which is the podcast. Like I enjoy being able to do this with you, but I was so stressed out with school. I feel like when you're stressed out about one thing, it's really hard to not let that trickle over into everything else.
For sure. And
that's what it was doing. Like, and I was just treating this like this is something else on my list. And it is right now. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. I have a lot of stuff going on. And even though I really do enjoy doing this, having a podcast is so much more than like getting on a microphone and talking. Like today we're doing that. We normally don't, but not even really, because we had to get here. You had to set up everything. This audio still has to be edited. The video still has to be edited. Captions have to be put up on all of our all of our platforms. So,
and it doesn't, let me say this, sorry to interrupt you, but it does not have to be that way.
No, it doesn't.
But we want to make sure it's in like both of our DNA quality. We want to make sure that we're giving quality. So yes, we got to have good lighting. Yeah. Yes, we need to have good audio so that you can hear us.
Yes.
Like these things are important to us, and we see that it's valuable to our listeners as well, because that is something that continuously is brought up. And so we want to bring y'all the best experience. So we, like you said, it's not just getting on a mic saying some bullshit,
which a lot of podcasters do.
Yeah,
you can tell they don't. It'd be 6 people in a room on one mic. Yeah. What is that? I mean, I'm not judging nobody, because you have to start somewhere, but
it could be some value being brought in that, but at the same time it could just be super unorganized.
Yeah, which a lot of them are. And like I was kind of saying, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy learning different things. It just was getting really hard to enjoy this because I'm so stressed out. But I recognize that it won't always be this way, because I don't always feel this way. I just feel this way because I have 6 exams in a week. You know what I'm saying? So, and a surgery next week. So it's just a lot of things going on in my life right now. But I think I'm still good considering. And I, really appreciate you holding me accountable when it comes to working out. I feel good about myself after working out. I feel accomplished after working out. So I guess that's something else that's been going on with me. I've been, trying to be in the gym a little bit more.
Oh, good.
Consistently.
I didn't know that.
So I feel better. I have more energy. I'm not as drained as I normally am, which is, it's not odd, because when you work out, you have more energy. But considering I've been doing so much, and then I added working out consistently on top of that, I would like to think I would be a lot more drained, but I'm not. So I guess that's what's been going on with me. I'm sure I'm missing something. I'm always missing something.
Talk about the entertainment. Anything, any interesting shows or things that you...
Well, yeah, I really enjoyed watching the Megan Thee Stallion performance. What was that, Thursday night? She randomly was like, I'm doing a performance at 12 o'clock on Amazon. I was locked and loaded, tuned in the entire time. Yep. Looking forward to that. Then I was looking forward to the Drake and 21 album. And then I can't even listen to the album because of what Drake said about Megan. And I love Drake and I love 21. And now I'm like, I can't even listen to the album no more. But it's cool. It's cool. So I'm also really, really... Oh, we have been in collaboration with a few brands. Yep. This is why we take like our audio and our video quality so much, because when brands meet with us, that's something they point out, like, where are you guys shooting? Like technically we do have our own podcast studio, but this is something that we literally built
from the ground up. We've done everything.
Yeah. We built this, we created this, and I'm looking forward to our live show. We have been putting a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy into that. And I'm really grateful to even be working with a platform like Moment, and they reached out to us. Yep. Like, we did not reach and that's not really saying too much. I mean, actually it is saying something. They noticed us, like they reached out to us and like, we want to work with you all. We want to do this. And I think that really encouraged us to keep going, because even when, you know, being transparent, I was stressed out. We were like, okay, well, do we need to quit the pod? Like, do we need to stop?
And I think that's going to be a question, like, I think we talked about initially, like, this podcast never should go past our mental health. And I think that's very important to me, because, I mean, we're both doing a million different things. And, like, this can be just another thing to do. And so when your mental health, you must take a step back. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you got 1,000 listeners, you got people counting, whatever. Like, as long as this is not right as of right now our main source of income. So no kids are depending on us to produce. Yeah. So we can take a step back. And so that's our foundation. Like, I think regardless, our relationship has to be the number forefront. One. Yeah. And if the podcast is bringing us away from that, or is stressing us out, or whatever it may be, take a step back. It gotta go. And like, that's what I like about it. This is our shit. Like, if we say we can't do it today, we can't do it today. And like I said, we were thinking like, okay, well, do we need to, like, you know, take a step back from this? And we were like, we don't really want to disappoint anybody, but we also can't disappoint ourselves. And we needed to just take a step back for us as individuals, and us for our relationship, because we just have a lot of stuff going on. It's really easy to take away time from you and us. So that's why we haven't had an episode in 2 weeks. Like, I've been stuff with school, you've had stuff with work, you've had stuff with Coach James, we've had stuff preparing for this live show. It's been a lot. Yep. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to the live show. That's a huge part of why we're still going. Like, that this is a really big deal to, like, you know, like I said, to be on that platform and to work with them. So we're really grateful and we're really fortunate for that opportunity. Yep. And we hope and pray that you all will join us for our live show. Tickets actually go on sale next Friday. When they're listening to this, it's probably going to be out. So they need... we want them to go ahead and be on the lookout, see if, you know, if you're really down with Message 24, you really love, you know, what we have and what we say. Like, this live show is going to be that times 3, 4, because we've been planning, we've been going hard for this thing, because this is an amazing opportunity. So it is. And it won't be the last live show. No. I have faith and know that this thing will continue to grow, because it's grown so much in a short amount of time. We're about to do a live show. We're not even a year into this podcast. Yep. Like, we already are working with brands. We're not a year into this podcast, and we're already doing all of these amazing things. So, like I said, tickets will go on sale November 11th. You can check the link in the Message 24 Instagram bio. You can check the link in our personal Instagrams, Sincerely Danny _ and _ Coach James. Yep. Check the link in our bio for our tickets. Like I said, I don't know why I keep saying like I said, because I don't got no outline. That's why I'm saying like I said. But we actually are running an early bird special. So make sure when those tickets drop on November 11th that you go ahead and get them, because they will be at a discounted price, and they will only be at that discounted price, I think, for 24 to 48 hours. So definitely want to go ahead and cop those. And this is what I'm going to do. If you know, you don't know where to go, what to do, DM us. Like, as soon as you hear this episode, go ahead and DM us that you want the tickets. We're going to make sure that we send you the link personally. I'm going to make sure I do that. So if you want them tickets, we're going to make sure you got them. Yes, of course. And our live show, we're talking about when the tickets go on, so we didn't even say when the live show is. So our live show is Sunday, December 4th. Yep. At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? Yeah. So it's going to be a brand new segment, something we haven't done on the podcast before. You will also see... things that we have not done.
Yeah,
on this
it'll be a
podcast.
few different things that we haven't done on the podcast. It'll be an exclusive close friends feature. You will only get it if you have a ticket to our live show. So check us out, support us.
They the GOAT too.
Yes, this person is amazing. They stuck with us through so many technical difficulties. They stuck with us, and they are an amazing person. And I really look forward to you all seeing that close friends feature and for what you all would get out of that episode. And
Crazy.
They will then be a resource for people who are interested in those types of services. So I'm not going to say too much, but just know we have an amazing close friends feature, and the live show is going to be great. Mm-hmm. I'm really, really excited for it.
Me too. I'm ready.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So I really don't. This actually wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I was thinking not having an outline was going to be a lot more difficult. But because we're just kind of talking about, this was really a 20-something episode. This was not like our normal, okay, this is the topic, these are the resources for this. This is just kind of us being ourselves. Mm-hmm. And that's a part of the podcast. Like, it's navigating life as a 20-something. And we are both in two different phases within our career. Like, I'm still in school. Mm-hmm. You are in your career. You're creating a different lane for yourself. Mm-hmm. And we're still in our 20s. So we are both navigating these different spaces together.
And I think it's very important for people to see like the struggles too.
Yeah.
Anytime something is going well for someone, or you see this beautiful image, you see like people look so put together. Mm-hmm. I think it's comforting to know that everything is not peaches and cream. Mm-mm. And that we have things that we struggle with. We have things that we're faced with on a day-to-day basis, and that you can work through them. Like, it's not like anyone doesn't face issues no matter the circumstance.
Even though a lot of people don't present that. And I mean, you don't really have to. I think we're just transparent.
Yeah.
And a part of, I think, being in my 20s has learned to like when to give myself grace and when to say I can't do something. Mm-hmm. And I think our hope is that if we're transparent with you all and sharing like we have to take breaks, it will encourage you to take a break.
Oh yeah, whatever. Yeah. So if we're giving all these things that can help hopefully people to grow and to become better, we want them to be able to use it. So
and my therapist actually said that. She was, this was before we even decided to like take a little time off. She was like, have you all, thought about like taking a break from the podcast, because it's your podcast, you can do that. Mm-hmm. And she was like, you don't know what that could mean to your listeners, seeing you all be like, I needed a second to work on myself. I need a second to like focus in and laser back in with us. Mm-hmm. You don't know what that could mean for somebody else. So I think that should normally be the goal of being transparent, is to help somebody else, and other people can relate to that too. Yeah. So I'm not a machine. I'm not going to work my body like I'm a machine.
I'm going to try to, but it ain't going to work.
I ain't doing it. I know what happens when I do that. I have seen it. I'm still trying to get myself together from that. I'm not treating my body like a machine. I'm treating my body like a temple. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm treating it like a temple. If I'm not okay, I'm not okay. And you know what? That's okay.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah.
That's perfectly fine to be okay. And if you're listening to this and you feel like you need a break, take a break. Okay? Mm. It's okay. I promise it's going to be okay.
For sure.
It's going to be okay. Like, do it. No, for real. Yeah. Please take a break. Please take time for yourself. And I think that's all I really have for this episode. I can't believe I did this without an outline. The Capricorn in me is screaming. Can't believe I did this without an outline.
Yeah, I mean, that's really good that we're still able to shoot that whole episode and not not have one.
Not have an outline. I also really want to say thank you to everybody who has been supporting our podcast from the beginning, and even for the new messages that we have. Like, when I say our shit has grown like exponentially, like it has grown a lot in a short amount of time.
Some people interacting, engaging with us, sharing, all that. So
it's been good.
Yeah, it ain't just our work. It ain't just like we working and we don't have any help. Like, we got some help.
Even though we do.
Like, are organizing it. Like, the people is what pushes it, and what really gets it to other people, and the shares, all that. That's very important.
We see it all. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for following us on TikTok. Thank you for following us on Instagram. Thank you for following us on Twitter. Downloading on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Like, we see all of these things, and we really, really appreciate you all so much. And just know that this is going to continue to grow. It's going to continue to get better. We're going to continue to bring you better quality, better episodes, better everything. Okay, because we're just getting started. We're not even a year into the podcast. And look at what it is. It took a lot of work to get here. It took a lot of trial and error to get here, but we're here. So I hope you all have a great rest of your week. It's Wednesday. It's almost Friday. So if it's almost Friday, that means it's almost time to buy the tickets to the Message 24 live show.
Yep.
Okay. 24 first dates.
Lock in.
Go ahead and get the ticket. Check the link in our bio.
Because if you miss it, you're going to be tight.
Yes. And like I said, please take advantage of that early bird special. It'll only be up for a little bit. Yeah. So we're looking forward to it.
For sure.
We are. All right, y'all. We will see y'all right back here next week on Les Message 24 podcast.
Not lay.
Lay, that mean done in French, baby. I took 2 years of French.
Les Message 24. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Message 24 podcast.
If you enjoyed this episode and want to see our faces, be sure to head over to the Message 24 pod YouTube channel and subscribe. And you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. See you next week.